Ladies and gentlemen, FIFA are ruining football. They are absolutely destroying the World Cup because if you're anything like me, this morning we got some very bad news saying that unfortunately your application was not successful to receive World Cup tickets through the raffle. And with that being said, we're going to have to spend a fortune if we want to be able to watch any of these World Cup games. The prices in this World Cup are absolutely ridiculous. These are some of the craziest World Cup prices we've ever seen in history. If we look at any previous World Cups, the prices were so much better, so much cheaper, so much more affordable. And the reason behind that is because in the World Cup, many of these countries competing in these competitions are third world countries. They are countries where they don't make as much money as these Western countries like Canada, like USA, like some of the European countries. And therefore, prices for most World Cups have generally been pretty affordable. But this year, they've completely gone overboard. The prices of this World Cup are through the roof, and it doesn't seem like they're getting any cheaper. I want to start off by taking a look at the 2022 World Cup ticket prices. So if we look at this website, you can see all the different ticket prices for each category in the 2022 World Cup. Now, ignore category 4 because category 4 is specific to people that reside in Qatar. So people that reside in Qatar, people that live in Qatar could get the category 4 pricing, which is absolutely incredible, by the way, because this promotes people from whatever country the World Cup is being played in to attend the matches and therefore have a higher attendance. When if you look at in this World Cup, people in Mexico, Canada, and USA do not get any discount whatsoever. I don't get a discount just because I've lived in Canada my whole life. I gotta pay a ridiculous amount just like everyone else. But with that being said, look at the category 4 prices. We got $11 for group stage matches. Residents of Qatar paid $11 to attend group stage matches in the 2022 World Cup. Ignoring the Qatar residents, if you look at the category 3, which is the cheapest tickets for residents from outside of Qatar, people coming from other countries, you have to pay around $70 for the cheapest group stage tickets. That's insane. That's crazy. The cheapest group stage tickets in this World Cup, you gotta spend 10 times that. You gotta spend $600. It's crazy. And not only the group stage matches, but even the other rounds. If you look at the round of 16, on average $100 for category 3 tickets. The quarterfinals, $200. Even the final match for category 3 tickets, which is the cheapest tickets for people attending that don't live in Qatar, you would have to spend $600. There are some games in this World Cup where for $600, I can't even go to a group stage match. And in the final of the last World Cup, you could go to the final for $600. The price of the final match in the last World Cup is the same price as a group stage match in this World Cup. It makes absolutely no sense. And I'm fuming. I'm absolutely mad. I'm mad as shit. And I had to make this video ranting about this because it doesn't make any sense and it's pissing me off. I'm on SeatGeek right now, which is a very popular website to buy tickets from in North America. And if we scroll down to the opening match, Canada against, we don't even know who they're versing yet. It could be Italy, Wales, Bosnia and Herzegovina, or Northern Ireland. It depends who wins in the playoffs, right? But for the opening game in the group stage, $2,300 for a category 3 ticket. For a category 3 ticket, $2,300. Do you remember what the opening match was in the last World Cup? $300. $300 for category 3 in the 2022 World Cup. And now in this World Cup, $2,000. $300 to $2,000. What's going on? How has this happened? How has Gianni Infantino let this happen? That in previous World Cups, you could go to the opening match for a couple $100, and in this World Cup, it's a couple thousand. It doesn't make any sense. How do you expect people from other countries, from third world countries, to be able to afford going to these games? How is a team like Panama, who are playing in Toronto, going to have fans when the prices of the tickets are $500 for a group stage game? Average monthly salary in Panama is $1,200 to $1,300. And for a group stage ticket to watch the Panama national team play, let's go Croatia versus Panama. $800 for category 3, $1,200 for category 2. To go see Panama against Croatia in Toronto, it's going to cost $1,200 for a category 2 ticket. The average monthly salary in Panama is $1,200. So you're telling me that if you're from Panama and you want to go see a World Cup game in North America, you've maybe never seen a World Cup game in your life, and you want to go see a World Cup game, for the cheapest ticket to go see it, you have to pay almost your whole monthly salary. You have to work for a whole month to go watch a game of football. What is that? What is that? Gianni Infantino and FIFA. What is that? How is this the world sport? How is this the world's game when you got to spend a monthly salary to go watch a game of football? This is not the NFL. This is not baseball. This is not these stupid American sports where people that go to watch them have money. This is the world sport. This is the sport where all you need is a ball to play. You can be as poor as can be and still play football and still love football. But if you want to watch a game, you got to spend a monthly salary to go watch a game if you're from Panama. Makes no sense. Absolute bullshit. This was a game I really wanted to see. Germany against Ivory Coast. An incredible game. This game is going to be crazy. Germany are a fantastic team. Ivory Coast, we saw them in the AFCON. The way they were scoring goals, the way their wingers were playing. Very exciting teams to watch. I would love to go watch this game. Obviously, I applied to watch it and I didn't get it. But if I want to go watch it now, if I want to get a ticket from SeatGeek to go watch this game, I got to spend $1,000. I got to spend $1,000 to get a category 3 ticket. This is not even a good view. This view is average. I would get a better view watching this game from my TV. And I got to spend $1,000 if I want to go watch Germany against Cote d'Ivoire. It's absolutely ridiculous. And don't tell me that it's just the website, because here I'm on another ticket selling website called StubHub. And if we look at Germany against Cote d'Ivoire, not 2 tickets, I'm one person, stupid. $900, $926. There's no difference. There's absolutely no difference. It doesn't make any difference at all. If we go to another game, let's look at the opening game. Not 2 tickets, 1 ticket once again. $2,200. And this is basically because a lot of people think that Italy will make it to the World Cup. So Italy against Canada will be a very good match. Obviously, there's a huge Italian population in Canada. But what if Italy don't even make it? What if we're seeing Canada against Northern Ireland? You got to spend $2,200 to go see that game? It's stupid. It's absolutely bullshit. And don't even get me started on some of the stadiums that we're going to see in this World Cup. Now, I'm not talking about the American stadiums, because in USA, they've chosen to use a lot of NFL stadiums, which usually have a capacity of around 80 to 100,000, which is a huge capacity. But if you look at the stadium they're using in Toronto, they're using the BMO Field, which before they were chosen to host this World Cup, BMO Field had a capacity of 28,000 people. 28,000 people. We see stadiums with a bigger capacity playing in the EFL Championship in the 2nd Division of England. We see stadiums with a bigger capacity than this so-called World Cup stadium. Now, yes, they did do an addition. They reconstructed the stadium. They added a whole nother section, which will add, as you can see, 17,000 seats. But still, 45,000 seats for a World Cup stadium. It's really not big enough. It's really not big enough. And if you look at some of the pictures of the stadium here, this is the whole section that they added. That's it. That's it. Look at the stadium. What? There's better stadiums in this, in the 2nd Division of England, in the 3rd Division of England, in the 2nd Division in France, Germany, Italy, Spain. We see better stadiums than this. So we got to spend almost $2,500 to go see an opening game, which could possibly be between Canada and Northern Ireland in a stadium like this. I rest my case. And that's the end of this video. I just had to make a video talking about how ridiculous the World Cup ticket prices are. Now, I know I already made a video talking about how the 2026 World Cup could possibly be a complete disaster with all the things going on in the US. But in this video, I just had to specifically talk about the ticket prices and how it could really ruin this World Cup. If you guys agree with what I said in this video, remember to leave a comment down below. But if you disagree and you want to spend $3,000 for a ticket, then go ahead. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more videos.